Hi and welcome back to our YouTube channel. And in this video of SOLIDWORKS series, we will learn how to make a plane, how to make a curve, helix and spiral, and how to make a plane, how to generate axis. Because these three are majorly used. Plane is very handy tool, and the helix and spiral are used sometimes, but curve through XY points are used rarely, and the other things are used rarely. So the plane, how to generate a plane, how to make axis, and how to make a helix and spiral will be our main target today. So for the purpose of plane, if we click on plane, it's asks us to give a first and reference, second reference, and third reference. So for this purpose, let me find an example of which where plane we can be used. So for this purpose, let's take an example of creating this exercise. In this exercise, we will use plane. We can draw it without using plane, but we can use plane here also. So let's start creating this. First, I will select the front plane and draw this image here. This is top plane, this is front plane, and this is right plane. So clicking on front plane, clicking on sketch, and let's draw a rectangle there. I guess there is some misunderstanding here. It is showing that it has a complete circle, but it does not. So let's give the length 200, height 230, and let's make it midpoint. So now I will just click on features, extrude boss, and I will give the length of 6G here. 6G. Now we have this base here. Now we have to do a cut of 30. This is 40, means this is 10 now. Total was 40. This was 30. So if we do this, this becomes 10, then this becomes 15. So we have to make a 15 cut here. Let's take a rectangle, let's do this and take the value here 15. The distance here is 30. Now I will just click on midpoint, click on this line, make the midpoint, and go on feature, again extrude cut, and through all I will uncheck this. So now we have this, the rough shape. Now let's create a circle here, clicking on it, clicking on this, now making a circle. As we can see, this is tangent to the line, and the diameter is 50. Sorry, not radius, diameter is 50, radius will be 25, and the inside is 25. Diameter means 12.5 radius, and this is concentric. So we have this. Now we only have to create a rectangle. So in going to rectangle, clicking on up to surface like we learned, and clicking on check, we have this shape here. Now let me tell you one thing. Now I will now do something like this. We have to create exactly this thing like here, but now what I will do is I will mirror this thing here, and then I will mirror this thing here. Okay, So to mirror this thing here, I will first make it unmerge to make it a separate body. Now I will make a plane. I will teach you how to make a plane. By clicking on plane, I want plane in the center of it so that mirror can be replicated and it gets exactly here. To make the mirror plane exactly at the center, we must have originally a plane here, but the front plane is here, not here, so we can't do mirror. So we have to create a plane which will be in the center of both of them. So I will click on plane, and since the it on the edge, then I will just select one face and two face. Now it giving me that mid plane and mid plane means k means this plane and this surface. The midpoint of both the plane will become the new plane. So this surface and this surface midline has become a new plane. So I will just click on check and clicking on check and clicking on plane, clicking on mirror now, and now I will use bodies to mirror and click on this. Now we have this now, and since we have to mirror this here, I am saying that there already exists a front plane. If front plane did not exist, then we'll select a plane, go to plane, and we will just click on this side and click on this side, and we will have a mid plane. And clicking on mirror and clicking on bodies to mirror and clicking on the body we require. Now we have the body, but we don't want this body to be seen here, so I will just click on this body to convert entities, click on extrude cut, and I will just do up to next. And I don't only want to really cut this body, so I will just click on it through all, and I will just click on it. Now you can see the body has been vanished. Now we want these two to combine with them, so for this purpose I will go to this tab, and we want these them to combine, so I will select them all, then right click, then click on combine, then check. Now we have single plane. As you can see, we have done the exact thing by using the plane, and it helped us in doing less features. So the other ways, let me delete these two. So now let's see the other ways of using a plane. Let's say we have already this plane, and this plane we have extruded a rectangle of 10-19 mm here, and on the front plane we don't want the rectangle to extrude from this. We can use also offset option, but we can also use a plane by clicking on plane, clicking on now it giving us a dimension that how much offset we want from the original plane, reference plane. I want 10 mm new plane to be away from the front plane. I want it to be coincident. I want it to be angular because angular is not usually used. Or do I want it to be perpendicular? If I want it to be perpendicular, then we have to give the second reference. Second reference for this, I will select just this dot. It also asking now for the third. Now I select the line, then it is showing that this plane is perpendicular to the front plane now and coincident to this line since according to this. So just clicking on tick, the new plane has been generated. This is a way to create a plane. If you want 2 to 3 plane, then I will select 2 to 3 plane. Now you can see. Okay. Now for the axis purpose, when we click on axis, it gives us 5 options to generate a plane or new axis. One easy way to do so is I want this axis to be here. Axis means we can use axis for the revolve feature mostly. Because when we want to revolve something around something, if we want to do a circular pattern, etc., then revolve is very helpful. Axis is very helpful for that. We will discuss axis in later things also, but let me show you how to create an axis. If we want to axis to be on a single line, then I will just select a line, then the axis is generated. But if I want it to be some two planes, I will just select one and select this plane. Now axis is between two planes, as you can see. But if I want it to be between 2 points, I will select this one point, and the axis will become diagonal, as you can see now. So this is how axis can be generated and used for the multiple things. And for the purpose of helix and spiral, let me show you how it can be done. Helix needs a circle to start with. I will create circle and end it. Now you can see that it's generating a helix now, spiral now. Best way to use is using height and pitch, but you can use pitch and revolution. Pitch means that how much you want it to go upward. Number of revolutions you can change. Okay, number of revolutions is what you can change. Okay, now height and revolution. Okay, now height and pitch. You can see the less I have the pitch, the more springs come. And in the spiral section, you can see that a circular thing has been generated like this. So we can just use this, click on this, go to sketch. Let me see if we can do just simply like this spiral. So that's how we use helix and spiral, and it is a very handy tool. Split line, project curves we will discuss in some other lecture. Thank you very much for watching the video, and in the next lecture we will discuss the remaining features.